What it do? What it do? It's the Breaking Barriers podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What up?
I don't
I
know,
see
man.
you, Drena, with your ponytail. I see you.
This is
I
at the
don't know.
end when you don't want to do nothing else, so you like ponytail.
How y'all week going so far?
It's a good week. It's a good week.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good week. I'm just trying to figure out, should I be defensive today? You feel me? You know, y'all laughing, but the temperature in our group chat today has been, it's been telling me y'all coming with the smoke. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Do I need to be a little defensive today?
I feel like we always play nice.
Today might be different.
That's what I'm saying. I've been seeing the temperature in our group chat, and our group chat ain't been nice today at all. There's been a lot of smoke in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I be trying. I be trying to ride for y'all sometimes, but Lord have mercy oh Lord, y'all be showing y'all ass. And I'm like, God, come on.
Here we go.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Hey, Danny Bell. Look, we got a good show today. We got some great calls coming on after we do these trending topics today. Listen, we're gonna play fair. It might not be nice, but we're gonna play fair.
We're gonna break some barriers.
We're gonna break some barriers because there's some discussions that needs to be happening. And I think people have been using like anecdotal little phrases, but not really explaining what they mean by them. They regurgitate stuff and never really give what they need to be given. So we're gonna give what we need to give today. Okay. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about these NFL playoff recap, okay? Okay? How about them dumbass Cowboys?
Listen, I'm so happy that the 49ers took the Cowboys out. I watched the entire game.
Oh my God. Listen.
The whole thing.
Oh my God. Y'all know my son a Cowboys fan, right?
I felt bad for
So
him.
he hurt right now.
I felt bad for him, Didi. I did think about him.
Oh my God. I said, son, life is about disappointment. And as long as you're a fan of this team, you're going to be full of disappointment. Man, that was terrible. That was terrible. What? The funniest part was the last play to me. I'm like, okay, what was that? What was that? Same thing they did last year, some stupid shit against the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I guess I offended some people on my page.
Offended? How you offend some people?
Yeah. Oh, y'all didn't go see all the drama that was happening on my Facebook page? Underneath my post? Oh, yeah, I woke up about my sleep 1 o'clock this morning, like, whoa, what happened? My brother done came in there. You know, he a bull in the china shop. If he see anything, he coming in there acting a fool.
Oh, Lord.
Listen.
Not about the Cowboys.
No, about somebody, because I said something on my page. My brother's an Eagles fan. And
that's what I'm saying. People weren't that upset with you about being Cowboys fans.
Because I said Cowboys fans gotta be a little slow. Because ain't no way. Every year y'all say it's y'all year for the past 27 years. So somebody got offended. Ain't this is stupid. Wrong way to even ever address me in anything I post, because ain't nothing stupid over here. And then it went left from there. Because see, if I see something that's posted and I don't like it, I just keep scrolling.
Right.
I don't say nothing. And that's what I recommended. I said it's a really cool function on social media. It's called keep scrolling. Just do that. If you can't, I was sleep during the if you can't dish it. I mean, you can't take it on dish it part. So that's when my brother jumped in.
Oh.
Lord have mercy. He just went all the way off on the post. It's just like, talking about, ain't nobody tell you to gallop your ass over here on the post. She didn't at you. He went off. All I said when I said, I just responded and said, refer back to my post. Hashtag.
Who made it? Who made an America's team though? Like, who is there a vote? What is going on?
They can keep the name because if you want to be let down, America let us down all the time.
Oh, yeah, it was because of the popularity. They became, super popular as far as one of the franchises, and so they labeled them America's team. And yeah.
Will said he won a Super Bowl. He said when his 30-year-old sister was 3. Look, listen. Hey, Danica, we'll see you in a minute. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I think overall, this weekend should be some good football. I hope. We'll see.
Yeah, this week should be a lot better than last week. Definitely. Should be.
Because I mean, we just dragged the life out of New York. That wasn't even a game. So
yeah, that was. I mean, not that I expected New York to win, but I thought they would put up a little fight. Like, I thought they would at least get a scratching, a pinch, a bite, something, because they couldn't swing and hit.
No, that was crazy. So we shall see. It should be interesting. They still ain't giving us our props, but we cool with it. We love it. We love it.
I mean,
it.
they give the team they props. They just saying y'all got a trash quarterback. They won't get a quarterback his crops. They keep saying he a product of the system and he ain't really good. So,
I don't see. I don't see. I don't know. I don't see how they whatever. It's cool. We'll take it.
But that no one questions. Your boy in Cincinnati, Burrow, when he got freaking 3 number 1 wide receivers on his team, and a running back, a top running back at that. Nobody talk about like, oh yeah, it's his team. It ain't him. No, it's him. But
But I'm like, how is it not Jalen when we saw what happened when he wasn't there?
Right. And people act like they didn't make the playoffs last year. Eagles made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And that was really his first year, because that's his first full season starting last year, and they made the playoffs. Bucks had a crazy defense last year.
Okay.
So
we'll take
whatever.
It.
Hey.
New Year. So what do y'all? I got a video for this next trending topic, because I don't know what to get. I don't even know how to take this. I don't know what's going on. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. I don't know if y'all saw the video of Young Thug and his co-defendant in the courtroom. I'm like, is this like what? Well, we're gonna watch the video if y'all can see. Hold on, here we go. This is Young Thug.
I need somebody to make it make sense. I don't understand.
They want this man bad. What was weird to me was like when the guy got up, it's like the cops got up with him.
Right. The bailiff was right there, walking right behind him. So a deputy, whichever one. I don't know if it was the bailiff or a deputy that was just in there, but yeah, it was definitely a cop just walking right with him. Walk right past.
And I'm just like if somebody shakes my hand, I'm not taking what's in your hand. I'm like, hell no.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna take it.
In court.
They was in the comments like, well, y'all don't know when you addicted to Percocets, you do anything to get it in the courtroom.
He didn't know it was in his hand.
I would have just been like, I thought he was shaking my hand. I'd have been like, I didn't know that he was giving.
That's what lawyer said. That's what his lawyer said. His lawyer was like, he didn't know what was going to start. The guy was shaking his hand. But they saying that of course they trying to set him up. I'm like, well, how much setting up they need to do? Don't they got the folks like pleading out and testifying against them? They got like 30 witnesses. Like, what else they need? I mean, the interview he did on with Wallow and Gilly, that's enough right there. I don't know.
Hey, that's your peoples, man.
So if you don't know something's being passed to you, you wouldn't be surprised. If I feel something in my hand, I'm open. I'm not even. And I say that because I don't know if y'all. Well, men, nasty, disgusting old men do stuff like this. They'll when they go to shake your hand, they'll take their finger and rub the inside of your hand, and you like, oh. So
what?
I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not letting you put nothing in my hand.
Didi, I ain't never heard that before.
Really?
No.
People are weird.
Yeah, old nasty old men, they will take their finger and rub and like their finger in the inside of your hand. Men are disgusting, Adrian. I'm just here to tell you. They do some real nasty stuff. I'm just
it seems like you're gonna be telling me this all day today, but okay.
What do you say? That's if you don't know it's coming. If you all spoke ahead of time.
You're
right, Danny. You're right. That's what they like. He knew. He knew the dude was bringing it. He set it up so he can get his drugs and his fix because he was fiending. So that's why he pretty much took it. He doing life. He's stupid. Danny said, even I know about that signal.
What signal? What's the? I mean, what does that mean?
The thing when the man do the hand and the finger.
Right, but he's saying it's a signal. So what does that mean?
That's the signal he wants to sleep with you. Look, Woe said, "What the fuck? I never heard of that one." Yes, that happens all the time with perverted old men. Yes, it's really gross. See, he said he was told by that. Yes.
You sure you
that's
was told?
Way of not being obvious in front of people that that's what they want.
You sure you was told?
Oh, Adrian.
I'm just saying, I ain't never heard this before.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna move to the next trending topic. Oh my God.
They're not gonna tell you their secrets, Adrian. You're a young buck. They ain't gonna tell you their secrets.
Right. It's unspoken. I won't speak with you. They don't have to say nothing. And then they get like, it's not like I can say, oh my God, nobody's gonna believe it. So there's no evidence.
Man, let me go to Google. Oh, y'all.
All right, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna go over this real quick. I didn't really like read up a lot about it because it happened so quick. But we're gonna talk about it real quick. What? Maybe it's a cackalacky. No, I'm from Philly. It's definitely not a cackalacky thing. The old perverts is everywhere. So Ed Reed, Bethune-Cookman, they pretty much got rid of him because he highlighted some stuff that needed to be done at the college. Mildew, mold all over the place, all kinds of stuff that needed to be fixed. And I guess I didn't see the original conversation that he had or whatever he posted he made, but whatever happened, the school got backlash from some of their sponsors and was like, they need to do something with him, like he gotta go. And the school let him go.
And now the kids out there protesting.
Yeah. And taking pictures and posting them about what he was talking about, and it's disgusting. And
I saw where the dean of the school was saying, basically trying to blame all the mildew and everything, like on recent hurricanes that have happened. Like, what? Right. Even if that's true, sir, y'all get money from FEMA every time. Like, why aren't y'all using it to go towards repairing these things? What?
It's January, sir. That's terrible. And it was like, it was mildew and mold all over like the sheets. It was everywhere. Like, no, absolutely not. Yeah, so he was hurt. He was very, very hurt.
And this is coming off of COVID. Like, people were deep cleaning everything. I don't know what it was like. I can only imagine around students because kids are disgusting. Like, they spread everything. But like in healthcare, baby, we was wiping everything down all day long. Like, what?
So they just living in that. Yeah. I feel bad for Coach Reed because he was like Coach Deion Sanders. Like, he really had his heart in it. And they didn't even give him a chance. They like, nah, you gotta go. Right. You shouldn't have said it. No, get out. You exposing us, you gotta go.
Yeah, I think so. Especially people that know HBCUs, a lot of them say, you know, maybe not that bad, but definitely these things go on. You know, we know he come from Miami. He went to school in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Which is a totally different world. And, you know, played football, A1 football facilities, everything. So I think that now him coming to HBCU and seeing like, oh my goodness, this facility is trash, right? This place is trash. You know, I don't think a lot of people really understand or see it. And I feel like sometimes in our community, we feel like it just is what it is. And I think that's what we treat it as. It is what it is. Where he like, nah, this ain't it is what it is. We need to fix it. I mean, we talking about fences, right? Where they could literally, because I mean, I saw some of the things that he was showing. He showed like part of the fence being out. You know, people say, oh, we need $1 million donations, but you like, yo, like to fix that fence, that's not $1 million donation needed to fix that fence, right? And it's just taking pride in, you know, where you are and your school. And so just getting people doing cleanups, right? Just walking around campus doing cleanups. It doesn't take some of the things that he pointed out or he was showing. It doesn't take $1 million donations. It takes taking some pride in where you're going to school and where you are.
Yep.
So
yeah, because I don't even think like as far as like a place being trash, like that's one thing. But filthy, that it shouldn't be dirty like this. Like it's okay, you don't have a state of the art, you know, gymnasium. Why we got bugs and cobwebs and roaches? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like he was pointing that out more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the way people take it, like, oh, he trashing HBCUs, like he talking bad. It's like, no, I'm looking at y'all not taking pride of your HBCU. Like, where these people at? Like, all these people that screaming HBCUs, nobody coming to clean up. Like, nobody's taking care of the property. So I felt like he was coming more from that point and not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this broke down, da 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 da. No, we need to take pride in our place. It doesn't just need $1 million donations. We need to take pride in what we currently have. This shouldn't be like this. This fence shouldn't be wide open. This doesn't take millions of dollars. We're not talking about building another facility. We're talking about repairing a fence.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and that's crazy because him, like just him saying that goes back to how like people are so allergic to correction right now. Like you can't say anything to people unless they're gonna say you hating. Like you just can't correct people anymore. Like not everybody ain't right. Some stuff we gotta get back in order. And that's what he was trying to do. And they're like, oh no, you trying to make us be right, you gotta go. That's crazy. That is crazy. So what little boy?
What temperature? What do I do?
He's about to burn my house down.
To reheat my seafood.
Put it on 375.
On bake?
Yes.
Okay. How long after it's done?
Just like 10 minutes.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome. He gonna burn my house down, y'all. He already flooded it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we ain't gonna relive that moment. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. I'm still recuperating from him flooding my newly built home. Okay. Anyway. Don't have kids if y'all don't have none. Okay. They overrated. All right, y'all. I'm gonna ask one question before we bring our guest panelist on. Just a little fun thing. Besides property or vehicle, what is the most expensive thing you've ever bought yourself? And what's the most expensive thing somebody's ever bought you? Chime in the comments. What y'all got? What they bought y'all? Y'all been flued out? No, I'm joking. Actually bought y'all.
You going, Adrian?
You can go ahead.
For myself, I am very cheap. I am a clearance shopper. I hate spending retail value on anything. Like I will look at something and I'm like, it probably cost them like $8 to make that. I'm not paying more than $25. Like I will wait something out forever and before I pay full price for it. The most expensive thing I ever bought myself was a Dunion bag purse. I absolutely love it. I haven't bought a purse since then to this day because I'm still sick that I paid full price. It was like $500.
Oh my God.
Like I haven't even worn it. I haven't even carried it in like years. But I just hate.
Look, my sister, you sound just like my mom.
I hate paying full price. It makes me mad to pay full price for anything. God. I hate it. But the most expensive thing somebody ever bought for me was probably an engagement ring.
Okay. What about you, Adrian?
Most expensive thing somebody bought for me was definitely probably my 40th birthday party. Debbie bought, paid for, if that counts. That counts. Yeah, that was a few stacks. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely the most someone's ever spent on me. The most I spent on myself. At one time. Not a vehicle, not a house, not another house. Not another house? Okay. I would probably say, I mean, I've spent money on trips, right? A decent amount, but probably buying a Gucci bag, I mean, a Gucci belt, Gucci shoes, yeah, stuff like that. And I bought it at once. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was, yeah. It came out, yeah. Few G's. So that's probably, yeah, I would say. Other than trips.
Why Tom said somebody bought him a Sega Dreamcast. Yo, that's funny. Damn, Tom.
What about you,
The most expensive thing I bought myself is probably some earrings. I bought those, I think 2 years ago, 2 years ago for my birthday. Some solitaire diamond earrings. The most expensive thing somebody's bought me was probably, man, I got a lot of expensive gifts. Let me think. Hold on. Probably what he would call a promise ring. I don't know what the hell he was promising to do because his ass still cheated.
Here we go. It
probably was like, it was a really huge diamond ring, and actually somebody stole it. So that's how it was so big that I wouldn't even wear it to work because I was like, I don't want to get robbed. This is stupid. Why would you buy a ring? I don't even like this shit. But it was stupid.
I lied.
Danny said nobody ever bought him shit.
Dang,
I lied. The most expensive thing.
Daniel, was that you? That is Daniel. I'm gonna kick his ass. Hey, Daniel.
Oh, Danny. Oh, I lied. The most expensive thing I bought at one time was I bought stock. and I put a good little bit down on that stock. So I put
Mm.
at one time I put a few G's on it. So I lied.
So so when I say I don't buy real, I don't like real jewelry because I always lose it. So that's why I've never spent really money on that. When it comes to perfume, I spend a lot of money on perfume because it's like you can't. And then shoes, even shoes, like
Okay,
I never
I do the
really
same thing. Cologne.
yeah.
Oh, I
Even
spend
shoes,
money on shoes now. That's
I used to.
because I
I
broke
used
my foot twice. I broke my foot twice. I can't wear cheap shoes.
I used to spend
I ain't
money
gonna
on
tell you how I
shoes,
broke it.
but I would spend more time actually looking at them than wearing them. So I was like, what is the point of this?
I just bought some shoes last night. I had my reminder set because they dropped at 9 o'clock. I was like, I gotta get these. Oh my God. Refresh. I
Which ones were they?
There was some new Jennifer Lee boots that dropped. I said, I gotta get
Oh, okay.
these. I'm addicted to Jennifer Lee. It's my girl. So.
I don't even know who
All
that
right,
is.
y'all. Well, Jennifer Lee. Oh my God. All the Mary J. Blige, all the knee-high boots Mary J. Blige wear.
Yeah.
All the knee-high boots Ashanti wear.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lee make all of those by hand. So
Okay.
all the boots, if you see me wearing high boots, those are Jennifer Lee boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And she always, if I tag her, she always reshare me on her stories and stuff. So that's my girl. I love Jennifer Lee. All right, y'all. So I'm going to introduce our guest co-host tonight, our women panelists that's gonna come over here and give Adrian the business tonight. I'm gonna start out with somebody who is a return guest co-host, and we love us some her. We got Miss Courtney Jefferson. She is the first lady and 1/3 of the I Am Woe podcast, and she is the owner of Edible, not the kind of edibles y'all be talking about, actual digestible food. Thoughts Bakery in Smyrna, Georgia. You can find her at First Lady of I Am Woe podcast on IG and at Edible Thoughts Bakery on Facebook. Welcome, Miss Courtney. Hey, Courtney,
Hey,
Hey.
welcome
that you.
back.
Hi,
And
y'all.
then we have, I hope I say her name correctly. If I mess it up, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Miss Danica Dove. She is the mother of one, a salon owner. She is a 2-time best-selling author and bodybuilding competitor. She is an award-winning stylist and a new podcast host that started last summer, focused on real people and real-life experiences. Y'all welcome Miss Danica Dove.
Hey y'all. Hey everybody.
Y'all don't do Adrian too bad today, y'all. He the only man.
I'll be nice.
Listen, we about to get into these main topics.
Okay.
We're gonna start with one that Adrian shot us at the last minute. We're gonna start with that one first. Because I think this one might set the tone for the podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is a good one, Adrian.
I know it is. This is a real good one. I'm here to listen.
So, okay, the question is, why don't women settle down in their 20s anymore?
They having a hot girl summer.
You talking about a hot girl year.
Right.
All year long.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hot girl decade, huh?
Yeah.
Adrian Woe said, run now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he should. I think we
Well,
don't
I ain't
settle-
running nowhere because they kind of quiet right now, buddy.
Mm.
Mm.
Then you talk about Miss Dove been lurking in the comments.
Get off me.
All right, who want to go first? Why y'all don't think we women are settling down in their 20s anymore?
Because ain't nobody just.
Go ahead.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, the one and only unicorn I know. Hush your mouth. No, like when I was in my 20s, I wanted to settle down, but most of us are in school and we're just living, or we got caught up in that little love you relationship and wind up pregnant by somebody who didn't want to settle down, and then now you got to reevaluate your whole life. So that's why.
I think if I'm referring to myself, I didn't think about settling down because I was told to pursue my college career so I can build something for my legacy. But if I had really thought about it, I was in hopes of getting married. I desired to be married, but I wanted, as people say, bring something to the table. I wanted to have a foundation for myself to go into a relationship. However, the thought of the relationship that I was in, my daughter's dad, it didn't work out because his parents influenced him to say that we didn't have to get married because I was pregnant, although we thought about marriage before I even got pregnant.
Mm.
So you never know. The influences behind the scenes, you don't find that out till later. But the discussion was something else totally different.
Question
Mm.
for y'all.
Yes, sir.
When did y'all graduate college? How old were y'all?
I graduated. I think I was 25 the first time,
25. Okay.
and
I,
Adrian,
I
then
was, let's see, hold up. 23. I
23.
was
Okay.
23.
23, 25. Okay. You know what? Just keep going. I just wanted to let everybody
Well,
know how old
can
y'all
I
were.
answer? Can I go before you during this time?
Huh?
Because I got married when I was 19,
hmm
and I got divorced when I was 20.
Mhm.
So I did settle down. I was with him when I was 17. We got married at 19. And oh child. The I'm gonna speak for myself. I did not have the tools to be a wife at 19 years old. I didn't even know who I was at 19 years old to be a wife.
Right.
Um, just the thought of him depending on me for something, I'm like, what? No, you do it. Like, I don't feed you. You better go in there and cook something yourself. So just just the level, there was no way that I could have formulated in my brain that I'm responsible for a family at 19, 20 years old. Like it just didn't make sense to me. We were both, we were from the same exact place, grew up together, families knew each other, great friends, everybody knew everybody. We were supposed to be the couple that got married. It just didn't make, like the reality of it didn't make sense. He was to expect a 20-year-old young man to take on the responsibility of an entire family is unrealistic. He didn't have any experience as well as I didn't. Like he like, I feel caged, I feel smothered, I feel like, no, what, wait a minute, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to see her, I want to screw her, I want to do that. This ain't gonna work. We destroying each other. So we gotta let this go. So we can be friends and go actually and live and do what we need to do separately. Because being married just ain't working. It didn't work for me. We best of friends now. That's my dog. I love his wife. I love his children. That if they have a family function, I'm right there, partying and bumping it up with the wife. We are cool as a fan. But for us to be kids and that young, it didn't make sense. I was mentally destroyed from that relationship. It didn't work.
So with my girl's dad, we had actually talked about like like creating a life together, like being a family. But at the time, I didn't even really. I knew what I had seen, like my mom, cooking, clean, like doing all that stuff for the household. I had seen my grandmother do the same thing, but I really didn't think about everyday life, like all the emotion, like everything that comes along with it. And then once I realized, hey, this is not what I want. By that time, we had two children. Things ended the way that they did, but I'm so happy that I didn't get married. It was so that we were like working, we were preparing to be married. Like I had told my grandparents and everything about it. Um, but when I look back at it, I'm so happy that I didn't do that because I feel like even when I got to the age of like 27, like I really didn't even understand what that would mean. Like it's two people like you coming together. And I really don't think anybody should get married before 27, 28 years old, because you don't even like, you look back, you don't know who the hell you were back then.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
One of the things I wanted to say was that I remember talking to my grandmother. I'm recently divorced. I got divorced almost 2 years ago. That was a total mess. I should have never done it. And one of the things I remember talking to my grandmother about was that before I got married, she was asking me questions about what did I think about, the person I was marrying, different things like that, asking background questions to help me figure out if this is what I want to do. Of course, I had no idea what I was doing. But I remember her saying early on, she said she wished she would have done some things differently. I'm hearing more and more older women who got married when they were younger that have resentment issues towards their spouses because they didn't create a foundation for themselves. And some of it is I sat here and raised all these children. If something were to happen to him, he got sick. I never completed my education. I didn't have no money. I felt slow and stupid. I felt inadequate because they didn't feel like they accomplished something for themselves. So more older women are encouraging women to go out there and gain something for themselves. Now, the only thing with that is in your childbearing years, if you're too focused on your education and making money, by the time you over 35, you're in that at-risk stage,
Yeah.
during pregnancy and all that other stuff. So it's like a double-edged sword. Either get the money or get the marriage. So we kind of struggling a little bit there.
Why don't you get it, the marriage, and get the money together? I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all keep talking.
And that,
Wait, because we talked about that last week. We talked about that
mhm,
last week, remember?
Here we
What was
go.
the
Let me
topic?
hear.
Why
Let
it
me
would
hear.
take men so long to get their shit together?
yeah,
First off,
Remember that?
first
Because
off,
so we're not, remember, we put the two people side by side. We put
putting
the
them side
black
by
woman and the
side.
black man, same things equal. No kids, no kids. Same upbringing, everything's equal. This man is chasing unrealistic goals that is going to
mhm,
always hinder the black woman from getting where she need to be, because he's chasing
yeah,
a dream that we ain't got enough money to finance right now. You got to do some stuff and make some sacrifices that maybe you don't like doing, because then later on you can actually do those things. But right now we got to grind this thing out together. It
yeah,
don't work that way.
The truth of the matter is, for women, their biggest dating pool is in their 20s. It's
Yeah,
that
with men who are in their
simple.
40s and 50s.
No, it doesn't have to
Yes.
be men in their 40s and 50s. You can
but
be 25 dating you a 32, 33-year old.
I really don't think I for myself, I like I said, I did not
that's
know
unrealistic.
in my
What?
mind. Like, I was looking back now, I was not in the
Adrian, take yourself
mindset.
out of the equation.
I was
I
not in the
am.
mindset.
I'm talking about other
Okay,
guys
so
that
on a by and large, men that are 30 to 32 years old
mhm.
have
Still
not
ain't.
hit their financial stride yet. They probably make about $35,000 to $40,000 a year,
Okay,
if that,
okay,
if that.
okay.
And they don't live on their own. They don't own anything. They don't have their own house. They don't have an apartment. They don't have a car.
See, that'd be tough because that's just not.
It's
That's,
real. I want you to really look at the data. I'm so
I'm looking
serious.
at it, but I guess also so. And this is the thing: the guys that I know, typically the guys that I know across the board, right? Hold on, let me finish. I can only speak what I see now. But
Mhm,
even period. The guys that I know across the board, even me thinking, most of them got married in their late 20s to mid 30s. Period. And if they didn't get married, if they didn't get married in that time frame, like they still single, they still out here doing their thing. Even if they have the financial piece together, they got all the sixes and all of that. It seems like men typically have a window where they want that family, they want all of that together. That's typically their window because they may not have necessarily hit their total financial stride, but now they know who they are and they know where they're going. So for them, it's like, all right, this is the next step is to settle down and have a family. So I just see, and I mean, and these are guys I'm thinking that's even making $40,000 a year, like you're saying, to the guys that are more higher earners. Most of the guys that I know, they got married in that time frame. And if they not married,
So
because
when they
now
got
we getting
married,
older, go ahead.
so when they got married in that time frame,
Hmm.
tell me about their wife. Like what is their wife like? What type of women did they marry?
And who had to
Um,
sacrifice?
some made more, some didn't. Um, they built together. Guy over a couple years tend to make more money, especially if they have that mindset. So, like what you saying, maybe he was 29, 30, he was making 40,000, $45,000 a year. Fast forward 5 years, now he's probably making like 110, 115. I feel like
So
it's,
when they
it's just
got
the
married,
mindset.
did
Hmm.
he have his own? No, it's definitely mindset. That is 1,000% true.
Yeah.
But when they got married, did he have his own stuff? Like,
Yeah,
did he have his own apartment and car?
yeah, on apartment.
Do you know how rare that is?
Yeah.
Apartment. Then one guy I know, he had a roommate. We talked about that last week. He had a roommate, but she definitely didn't close him off like that. She really looked into his situation. He had a roommate. He wanted to, eventually buy a house, so that's why he was doing the roommate thing to save money. So she believed him, realized it. Cool. They married, living happily ever after. Um,
But I don't expect you to even be affiliated with people like I'm talking about. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't know, like you wouldn't even have access to these people. But the mass majority of men are what we're speaking of. And if it's not true, then we wouldn't even have to have this conversation.
mm,
Also, we got to realize, you got to think about it, when we get married young like that, or if men marry younger women, you got to think we have to give up that time when we carry these kids. And then it goes into who's going to raise these kids. And 9 times out of 10, we're the ones that have to stay home, not y'all. Y'all bodies aren't changing. Y'all bodies aren't going through these things. And it sometimes we could lose our jobs, our positions, or wherever we're at, because you never know what's going to happen when you're pregnant. And y'all want this family, but y'all don't have to bear all that. And we're putting our lives on the line to give y'all what y'all want. And then you look at us like, all right, you stay home. We lose ties to our friends and our jobs sometimes because of being pregnant, because y'all want to have them back to back to back, because y'all want this family so young. A lot of men don't stay home. It's always the woman.
I'm
okay.
glad you just said that, Courtney, because I think I have a video that might have something to say about that.
Yeah, that's
Let's
another one
see.
I can't say nothing about either because I ain't had kids young.
Let's
So
just let this lady talk about that then.
yeah,
Let
let
her
her
say
talk
it.
about it.
Let her talk about it. Let her talk about it.
Looking for because they became them.
I think it's crazy how men get on this app and talk so bad about women and how bad we want to be men, when in reality, y'all have forced us into this masculine energy that we really don't want to live in, but we don't have a choice because we cannot be feminine, soft, and safe with you because y'all don't know what it takes to actually provide and be there for a woman. And when I say provide, I don't mean just financially, because y'all get up in arms when y'all think a woman wants some money from you. When I say that, I mean make a woman feel safe and secure. Make her want to be soft. Y'all always just want more than what y'all bringing to the table, than what y'all offering. You're offering absolutely nothing for my submission. A woman is cooking and cleaning and doing all wife things for you, and all you doing is laying down a little ding-a-ling, and you think that should do it. Y'all complain about $100 dates. Y'all want us to be y'all mama so bad, and unfortunately, this is not what we're signing up to do. We're signing up to be in a partnership. I don't need you to be my daddy, and I don't want to be your mama. I don't care how many mommy daddy issues we may have. I mean, I just don't get it, how you can expect a woman to submit to you when you have no idea that a man is supposed to protect and provide. But let a woman say that and y'all just go off. Y'all so sassy. It's like y'all have already taken y'all pants off and thrown them at us and said, here, fend for yourself. You got this. You go lay up in a woman's house. You don't even take her trash out. And she's supposed to feel safe and protected. Date a woman with kids and you don't even ask about her kids. You don't care if a kid's done ate, if they done took a bath, or nothing. All you care about, once again, is what she can do for you. So yeah, y'all have forced us into a masculine energy that we don't want to live in. And here's the thing, I'm not a man, I ain't close to being a man, but y'all listening to too much of this Kevin Samuel shit. Because in reality, I don't care how you cut it, how you dried, how you fried, how you dyed. A man is supposed to protect and provide. And I mean spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and financially. Not to say let a woman come just take all your money and you trick off on her. But goddamn, some of y'all need to go back into the time and read some of these books and talk to y'all uncles and some of y'all daddies or somebody, because I don't understand why y'all think a woman's supposed to give and is not getting anything in return.
Adrian, I see you went and got on your book. And
May the church say amen. The church say
you know,
amen.
I'm always here for the manosphere. I'm always here riding for the men. But
we back.
there are
Oh,
some
my
things
bad.
that are true. There are some things that are true. And I know where you're going to go with it, because you're going to say, why would you deal with a man, blah, 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 blah.
No, actually, I mean, I kind of tuned it out because I just couldn't relate. I just don't understand. I don't know those type of bums. So I just a man that don't protect and
Right, just like you couldn't relate to the last topic, though, about these men not having shit.
So to make what you just showed is a sign of the same example of what men do. They tune things out without listening to understand. So if you're not trying to hear what she's saying, how do you receive the exchange of information so we can actually heal the situation between men and women? If you're gonna pick
no,
up a book.
I get it, but I don't get it. So what I'm saying is that makes no sense to me, because as a man, I protect and provide. So the things that she's complaining about, I do. So it's like, where, like Didi
But
was
we need
saying,
you
where
to
she thought I
help
would
the
go
other
with it is
men.
saying, well, where are you finding these men and why are you dealing with these type of men? But I'm letting y'all talk because clearly the people that I know, I'm so far removed, because first off, I have standards just like I have standards for my relationships with the people around me, right? Even homeboys. Like, you can't be around me on that bullshit.
That's
Period.
good.
So you see what I'm saying? So for me, it's kind of hard because I'm so far removed from that it's like, what? Like, dudes really like this? And I get it. That's why I'm listening, because I do be like, yo, why you dealing with that? But from what I'm hearing is like, yo, this is the pool, bruh. Like, everybody ain't like that. So this is what we have to weed out to try to find, our person. So I'm listening. I get it. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm
Okay.
trying. I'm trying.
There's less men like you in this world, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks when a woman sees a man like you get snatched up. The rest of us, we're still swimming through all these piranhas trying to live, and it's not working because we can't get through because they are tearing us apart. And by the time we do make it to a good man like you, we're broken. And then some men don't even want to take the time to help rebuild a woman back. And that's something you're supposed to do. Y'all supposed to help build each other up. And a lot of these men out here don't do that nowadays.
That's
They
hard.
just
Okay, now I can talk. I can
pouring.
talk a little bit now. Because, okay, so for me anyways, the first time I ever thought about even like settling down, right? Like, oh, you know what? I could get married. I was like 27. That was the first time I even thought about the possibility of settling down, getting married. And I did. So I met young ladies. Like, at first I was almost, I'll be honest with y'all. I was to that point where I was like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna get married. I don't think I'm gonna settle down, because if this is what, so this is a man that's telling y'all I move with intentions, I'm trying to settle down. I was like, yo, if this what it is, I'm not doing it. I was meeting a lot of broken women that would project their insecurities on me. I would go out on dates and it'd be like, yo, you so cool. I can't understand why you not married. Well, maybe it's because I hadn't met you yet. You just never know. Like, let's kind of get to know each other. And what would be happening is they would spend so much time trying to figure out what was wrong with me that they wasn't even getting to know me. And that became a problem. I can't deal with that. Like, you can't hold me accountable for something that somebody else did. The only thing I can ask you to do is get to know me. And that can be an issue sometimes too, is that you meet a guy and you're like, well, I got to figure out what's wrong with him, instead of, you know what? I'm just going to see what it is. I'm just going to kind of get to know him. And to then you see him move on, and then you see him get married and you're like, oh my goodness, this nigga was trying to get married. This nigga was trying to settle down for real.
I get what you're saying, Adrian, but I think maybe what may have happened in those instances where it's like a too good to be true thing because you've been tricked so many times by people who were like,
Yeah.
you put your trust, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna fall flat on my face again. Like this man said, he
Hmm.
got all this going on. It don't make no sense why ain't nobody snatched him up yet. So I think maybe that has a little bit to do with it. And back to what you were saying earlier about men in that age range wanting to settle down, I have friends. I've been told that what you're saying about men is exactly right. Like it's that you get to that point in your life where it's like, okay, the next thing is marriage. But I think it's just there aren't as many people, aren't as many men out here like that. Like Didi was saying, they're once they get to that, a lot of men once they get to that point at that age, they're just realizing, trying to shift into what the next thing is going to be because like, oh, my dream or whatever I want to do, that ain't working. So now, well, shit, I guess I'll try to figure out, let me move to see like what can be beneficial to them. So I do think that what you're saying holds some truth when it comes to men that are like you, but I think there's just way more of men that aren't like you out here.
But I,
And
I mean,
and
but
that
I get that. So I get
But
that, but I think that a lot of times what happens, and I feel like this is definitely for women. Like you got to pay attention to not only what he says, but his actions. I feel like, especially when y'all been hurt or triggered, like all y'all do is listen to what he's saying. I mean, we know if a man really feels this way about you, his actions gonna show. Like, I don't care what he say. Them actions is gonna speak. You know what I mean? He go MIA for 3, 4 days, right? He doing things that just show you like, he's talking a good game, but I don't know. But he talking a good game and he's extremely consistent. Only thing you could do is just see where it goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is this: if you're not willing to see where something goes, maybe you need to take a step back and do some healing. You need to take a step back and figure out some things within yourself. I had to do that. I stopped dating. Like I did not date, didn't go on no dates. I took the journey. Once I figured that out and I was like, I want to get to know myself. I want to get to know what it is that I like. And then I'm a man. Like this is coming from a man. How many times y'all hear men talk like this? When I met my wife, I told her I was looking for marriage. If that's not what you're looking for, I don't want to waste my time. Like, yo, I'm not gonna waste yours. Don't waste mine. If that's not what you're looking for, I'm out. Simple.
A
And
lot of
I
people
get
are
it.
scared. A lot of people are scared to be vulnerable. The parts of us that we share out to another person, they oftentimes use it against them. They take it and run and spew all types of information out there. And if not, it's just one of those we come across people who fiend for energy that we have in hopes to fulfill something that they have, or, to fill up a void that they have. So it's like we're all taking advantage of each other, but not in a healthy sense. Like when you're looking for a partner, a lot of people are scared of rejection. Nobody wants to be told no. So we're settling or trying something to see maybe this person is fit for me. And I
But I
think
think
sometimes, go ahead.
but that's the problem. We always playing games. It's
Yeah,
like whether it's a woman or a man, it's like, okay, anything else in life you going for it. You gonna let it be known what it is you want. If you going for that job, you shooting for that job, right? These things that you want to buy, you shooting for that. Anything you invest in it, however you move to get to the next level, you shooting for it. Why we not doing that in our relationships? Why we not dating with purpose? You know what I'm saying? Why we not talking to each other like, yo, is this what you want? And it's okay. Like that's I feel like we as a community have to get to that where it's like, yo, this is what I'm on. You not on it? Fuck it. I'm by myself. I'd rather be
yeah,
by myself than deal with this bullshit. I ain't finna play no games with you. I'm fucking grown. We say that real talk like all the time, right? Like, let's
yeah.
take our dating that same way. Let's move with a purpose. And let's like, yo, okay, you don't know. You give me that dumbass answer. You spin me. Fuck you. I'm out of here. Not finna waste my time.
Y'all want me to read this comment?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Women don't know themselves, so how can they know what caliber or characteristics they looking for in a man? But also to trauma, they are afraid to settle down.
Hmm.
I know I don't want a liar, a cheater, uh, be abuser. Like I know what the hell I want in a man. I don't have to know myself fully to know I don't want to be with somebody full of shit. Like, how does that make sense? I feel like nobody fully knows themselves until you've gone in a situation and you learn that ain't what I want. So you can't never say somebody don't know themselves because we haven't experienced everything in life to even fully know ourselves like that. But the part of myself I do know, I know what I
Yeah.
don't want this moment. So that's oh wow. Mm,
I
mm.
think the only thing that makes you afraid to settle down is your past and the pool of people that you have access to. So if everybody in that pool are displaying the same type of characteristics, you're going to be more prone to be afraid to settle down with that pool of people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and Adrian has constantly said, these people that I hang with don't do this stuff. So that 1% of people, we don't have access to that on
Yeah.
a large scale. For the majority of people, they have access to people who have traumatized them or who have been traumatized. And they don't know
Mhm.
how to have, number one, healthy friendships, let alone healthy relationships. So trying to even have those type of situationships at all have been very challenging. And that's why this whole battle of the sexes keeps going on. We can't figure out that we need each other, and we know we need each other. We can't figure out how to have this healthy conversation to come together and build these families and these units to do it together because
Yeah.
we're constantly at war with each other.
Mhm. Fair.
And I think we treat our relationships as like, oh, I'm just moving, I'm just seeing where it goes, and I get that, but I feel like there's a level of expectation that has to be put out there, and it don't have to be put out there in a way that is, a turn off, but just saying, hey, I'm looking for something serious, I'm looking for a relationship, and let them know, like, if that's not what you're looking for, that's fine, I'm okay with that, but that's what I'm looking for. So I don't really want to waste my time. And I say that because if he's not on that, I don't care. Like if a real man turned off by you saying, I want something serious, then he don't, you don't want him because that's not gonna turn
We
a real
playing.
man off. It's not. It's not gonna turn a real man off at
Well,
all.
I am one podcast. I like this comment. He said we also need to chill with the blame game. We need to understand black love will die if we can't get past blaming the entire opposite sex for our past traumas. We need each other.
Mm,
I'm
Mhm.
glad you said that
mm.
because I am so tired of hearing about these passport bros
Mhm.
and they just like dragging black women. Oh, we don't need y'all. We got our passport. We're gonna go over here and get these other races of women. We like exotic.
Mhm.
First of all, black women are the most exotic people on the planet. So get it together and quit trying us.
Wouldn't be
Um,
here if we
right. Nobody would be here without us. So let's just cancel that. And what's crazy to me about that whole movement is that no matter what black men do to black women, we never bail. We would rather be by ourselves as a whole collective. We would rather be single than to bail on a whole black man and go to another race.
Yeah.
well, I'm still here.
like,
Because I just wish our men would understand as black kings, it's just something about y'all. And I don't know if women are not telling y'all that, but it's something amazing about y'all that's why I want me a black king. I'm not trying to date outside my race. And don't get me wrong, I probably wouldn't be here if there wasn't interracial dating. But at this point, my thing is that's what I want. I want me a black, strong man. And it's just something about y'all is sexy. It's beautiful. And it's just like maybe if y'all more of y'all would just understand that y'all women are here for y'all, regardless if it's your mother, your sister, your friend. As a black woman, we go hard for y'all. And we'll continue to go hard for y'all, regardless of how many other people in our past have treated us like shit. And it could be our own people. You know what I'm saying? I just really wish that when a woman tells you, I just want to settle down. I'm feeling you. Let's see where we go. That you can really focus on that one woman instead of saying, shoot, they got so many out here for me.
So
Mhm.
I need two, three,
so
four,
let me
five.
so all right, because since you brought up passport bros, I actually know a guy. That he married a woman overseas. And
Bye.
so, huh?
I said, tell him go live with her. Bye.
Let me no, let me well, he is. He's living with her. They have two kids now. Yeah, they've been married. I want to say probably about 7 years or so. Um, and he just feels like he wasn't appreciated here. He felt like he didn't really meet the standards
What do you
of.
look like? You ugly? You must be ugly.
Well, he's not tall. He's
Gotta be ugly. I'm sure.
There are
he's
women
no
that
Oh,
he's
he
not
little.
tall. He's
He little.
probably he's about, I want to say, probably about 5'5". Um, and he just, I mean, he makes good money. Makes over six figures. But he
But
just
is
felt
he
like,
ugly?
I wouldn't say he ugly.
Yeah.
No,
he
I
got
wouldn't say
different.
he ugly. No, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, but he is a short guy. So I think that
I
was
mean,
kind of a struggle. Go ahead. What you say?
I was like, short don't mean nothing because I see a lot of tall giraffes
Kevin
with
Hart. So he's short and he got money.
Yeah.
some. He just was
He
staying in
ugly.
the same town he grew up in, and all of them didn't want him. He should have ventured out
No, he was in the
he,
military. So
overseas.
he and no, actually, yeah, so he, yeah, met a young lady, and yeah, they married. But I asked him, why. He said, hey man, and like I said, this is before the big passport bros movement, but he was just like, it was just always a struggle for him, dating and dating sisters, and here, and he struggled heavy. So he found him a young lady overseas, and they've been rocking out. So
So
He don't count.
whenever it comes to, I can't speak for all black women, but for myself, whenever I hear about a black man and he's dating, outside of his race or whatever, if if it ever comes off as me being upset, it's because my love for black men, I'm more concerned about what can potentially happen for him inside of that relationship. Like I
she's
don't
black.
want him. I know. I'm just saying. Whenever I hear black men that are choosing to be with women that aren't black,
She's
I'm
just
more
not black American.
yeah, I'm more concerned about what can happen for them inside that relationship. I don't want him to ever become. I don't want anyone period to ever get into a relationship and be completely vulnerable with that person to have them, use it against them. Or like I don't want a
They
situation to have
will.
to come up where that person can't understand where you're coming from. So I think a
Mhm.
lot of times whenever women are seem upset that a black man is dating someone outside of his race, I think it's more about them caring for his well-being.
For me, it's about the
Mhm.
bloodline and the legacy and the authenticity of black and
Yeah.
killing the actual real authenticness of being black. Because that, like other races, like Indian, real Indian people, they don't play that. Like Asian people, they really don't play that. You see them here and there, but like the old, they don't play that about their bloodline.
Hmm.
I need to.
And I'm with you with that, Dream, because they gonna, as soon as the argument come, oh Lord, here it
Right.
come. My uncles date white girls and every time. You nigger. Every time. Every time.
Mm.
But
Been
then we
waiting for it.
they side, but they diss us, and we supposed to rally around when they with these other races and they not getting treated correctly. But y'all weren't there. Y'all want us to go fight her? You chose her. No, we good.
Do with that, bro. Sorry. How we gonna go to our next topic, y'all? So, Drena, you sent me this study. Lord help us, Jesus. That says it was conducted by Morgan Stanley. And it says that 45% of women ages 25 to 45 will be single and childless by 2030.
Probably.
What are your thoughts on this? And should we, women, be concerned? And how do you think this will affect society in the future?
I mean, at the rate they're killing our kids and stuff, if that's the case, we gonna die. if we're not going to procreate. I mean, but at this rate, I mean, a lot of us aren't having kids because of what is going on. So it's not safe. But most women don't want kids anymore because it's they expensive. That's the most thing. I think the most expensive thing I got myself was a child. And it is the gift that keeps on taking. Keep on taking. So no. But some women
One of the things, but now I was gonna say one of the things I'm learning from women that are having children, they're pursuing careers. They're trying to get the homes and the cars and stuff that they desire. Like I said before, sometimes I'm thinking about the conversations I had with my grandmother about the resentment of not having their own going into their situations with whatever relationship they're in. A lot of women feel that children slow them down. Sometimes having children, like I was in college, I had to take take out of school, and I spent the first year at home with my daughter to help her go into her private school. So I was upset because I wanted my college degree, but I knew financially daycare wasn't gonna cut it. I needed to be at home. So I feel like you either struggling to have one or struggling to have the other. And then find the compatibility with your partner who understands this is the goal. Sometimes in our younger years, we're looking for something that everybody's not really on the same page. Sometimes the goals are selfish driven. It's not considering the other person. Um, Sometimes, and just being honest, people are having sex just for the sake of a roller coaster ride and not considering the consequences of it. Like you laying down with any and everybody having children that you really don't want in the first place. So then it becomes a burden. And then hearing women say that they're frustrated with, oh, the burdens of having 2, 3, or 4 kids. Everybody like, if it's that bad, I don't want it.
and we got to think
So
about
nobody's applauding it.
yeah. And I think more Black women die giving childbirth than any other race because we get ignored by
Facts.
what's going on. So why risk my life to have a child and then I probably won't have a partner to help with it too. So that factors in.
Facts.
These young women don't want kids.
And I also think they kind of learn from us, or I know my generation, and talking about my daughter who's 26. She learned, she's like, I got to be married first. I got to have all my ducks in a row first. I can't even take care of me, let alone a baby. So I'm going to wait till I have my husband and we do it right. So I think my daughter is she's very, very adamant about being intentional about not having a child. And she knows, like, no, mom, I can't do it. I'm not, no. So I think this generation is very aware and they have more knowledge and access to information. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna wait.
I think to go along with what Didi said, because I was thinking, I think a lot of the children, well, the women that would be in that age group by that time, like they probably went through a traumatic experience. You know, their childhood was probably traumatic, or they've seen what it's like to do it on your own. And now, with the price of everything going up and the rate of what people are being paid, you know, is so many people are under that poverty line. Like they're like, I'm not having no baby out here. For what? I can't afford to keep the roof over my head. I'm not having no baby right now. Right. But it they didn't in the study, they didn't break it down by race. So I'm interested in what that would look like if they did. But I also it's kind of scary because you would think that the people who are living in poverty will probably be the ones that will continue to have children because they don't have access to as many they don't have access to abortion and all that. So I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, my sister, that's exactly what my daughter said. She said, life too lit to be having kids. That's my sister. She didn't say that.
One of the conversations I had with my dad recently, I'm a preacher's kid. Now, I didn't always grow up as a preacher's kid, but the conversations we have now about my dad's sermons, one of the things he brought up was young ladies are really thinking of, he's noticing a lot of the women in his church, the ladies are talking about just being intentional with their goals. So having children, the responsibility, the financial calculations, all of that stuff, and actually finding not even just finding a partner, but being prepared for a partner. When they say bring yourself to the table, me as a single mom at this point, a guy would consider me to so-called be a burden or I have baggage. When it's not baggage, baby, this is experience. So being mature minded in the conversation, being able to talk about it, it's understanding where I am mentally, financially, emotionally sound for a relationship, finding a partner that's okay, well, we on the same page. Also finding out if your child is too young or too old, or are they grown. Some people are just really looking at, I don't want kids at all because of the stress that may come along with it.
Well, I think when men say, from the men that I've talked to, I think when they say baggage, I don't think they mean it in a bad way. I think they mean it from a provider standpoint. If you come with a child, that means that I have to provide for you and the child. So I got to make sure
Right.
I am prepared to take on the baggage of all of it, and not just because it's going to cost me more to be able to provide for you and your child. So to a man that, especially if they don't have kids, that's definitely baggage for them to take on that extra burden or that extra financial burden to take care of somebody else's child. So, and then it's a lot that come into that too, because then you got to talk about discipline, boundaries with that. So that's a whole nother layer of responsibility when it comes to a man and how he thinks when he steps into that situation. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, or the other parent, because nobody want baby daddy, baby mama drama. Like nobody want to deal with
that too.
Yeah.
True.
I want to answer Ed's question. He said, "What are 3 things black women feel us black men don't understand about you? And besides physically protecting you, what are 3 other ways we can protect you?"
Emotionally.
What I don't think black men understand about black men don't understand about black women is that the things that they probably don't feel are important or are like stressing us or are heavy on us. I don't think they don't take that into consideration because it's not heavy for them.
Right.
It could seem really minor to them, but to us it's really heavy. And I think because of the way we're wired, they don't understand or they can't really process when we're trying to articulate that to them. And it may be an emotional thing that they're not connected to, but some things that we experience, they just don't get it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times those things go unheard or even unspoken of because we're a lot of times trying to, I guess, I don't want to say concede, but that might be the right word to what it is that we need to provide for the man in the relationship. And I'm all for providing for my man, but sometimes we get left unfulfilled on certain things that we need because it doesn't seem as important to them as it is to us.
Right.
I think one thing that I don't like is being referred to, "You're acting like my mother." That whole thing where they feel like we're nagging them. I don't get how some men don't see it as we care. I'm not trying to nag you or basically ask you your every move, but sometimes just in the world we live in, to know that you're safe, it gives me comfort and less stress on me, because if I'm taking care of our household or whatever, knowing that you're coming home and you're going to be safe is a priority to a black woman dating a black man. That's one thing. I don't y'all think, "Oh, I ain't scared, I got the world, I could deal with the world," but to us that makes us scared every time you walk out the door. That feeling, even with my child, I'm so nervous when he's out of my sight. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna see my child at the end of the day. So the same goes with the man. Like, we just want to, if we're asking you where you are, we're not trying to be your mama and know where you at 24/7. It's a feeling sometimes you get, and I just need to hear you and know that you're okay.
Yeah.
I need to go have some conversation with some dudes because
Well, see, that,
I'm like
I
because
don't have that problem because I don't do that. Like I'm just nonchalant like that. But I don't call. I literally probably never pick up the phone and call my man ever. Like, but that's just me. I don't call at all. I don't care. I don't even say I don't care, but
You be just busy.
no,
that
I
might be
mean,
it. I just don't call. I'm like, when he want to talk to me, I'll call.
so just to say if I'm going out with the fellas, right? Because that's what I take it as you talking about. Maybe me and the fellas going out for a drink. Maybe we watching the games. Maybe we watching a fight. And my wife is like, "Hey, let me know when you make it." I don't I don't take it as she being my mama. Like when I make it, I text her, "Hey, I made it. Let me know when you're leaving." "Hey, I'm leaving." I
I'm
don't.
like
I feel like
I'm like
that's
that.
just yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
just courtesy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm I'm not just
Right.
like that with the person I'm dealing with.
But
I'm like
most of the time, if a man,
I
but
was
if
just
a
gonna
man
say,
is has a problem with you asking those type of questions, they're probably doing something they're supposed to be doing. So that's normally
exactly.
what
yeah,
that is. Yeah.
I made it. We about to watch the fight. All right. I'm on my way home. Okay. I,
Yeah.
yeah, that's courtesy.
yeah,
Because also, and even me thinking about it, like I look at it from the standpoint. I told her I'm on my way home, and she typically know how long it would roundabout take me to get home. So say 2 hours done went by and I ain't made it home, and it's like, whoa, everything
Cause for
straight. Like,
concern.
yeah, now it's
Mm-hmm.
time to get on the horn to figure out. I'm okay. I'm gonna call him. All right, he ain't picking up. Like something must be wrong because he told me
Right.
he was on his way home.
Yeah.
right.
So
But that's because you're not out screwing other people. So that's easy. Like if a man out
I,
screwing
Yeah.
other people, he ain't about to tell you nothing.
I guess you're right. I don't. That's what I'm saying. So what y'all saying? Like I don't even think about. Like yeah, okay. Let me know when you
I
make
don't
it.
either.
All
Like
right.
my man, he'll be like, I'm going to the studio. Okay. Or he'll FaceTime. I'm at the studio. Okay. Like I don't.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't
Okay. I'm
do
going
it.
to sleep.
I don't know.
I ain't going
Okay.
to sleep about nobody. Not like my sleep, honey.
So are you
Mm-mm.
saying people trip about that? Like, hey, let me know when you made it to where you going, or let me know when you on your way home. Like they trip about stuff like that.
Like
There's people
most,
that do.
yeah, they just say you're nagging. Talk about you ain't my mom, why you ain't got to know what I'm 24/7. Okay,
They
cool.
cheating.
But that's what
They
I'm just
cheating.
saying. In general, sometimes that happens, and it's not like every day you're asking somebody where they're at. But if you just
Right.
get like a feeling, and I'm asking, "Hey, you okay?" and you feel like, "Why you checking up on me? Why you nagging me about my location?" Like
You know
that
what
type
that
of
cheat? You know what that feeling is?
Guilt.
Mm.
they doing something. That intuition.
Mm,
Ma'am, listen
okay.
to it.
I
Mhm.
think
Nothing
one of the
wrong with
things
that
I
nigga
think
time.
one of the things black men fail to realize too, that as black women we understand them. We are a reflection of them. We're the same color. We come from the same background, the same struggle. It's hereditary. It's in our DNA. Our ancestors are connected. So when you're out there in the world, like she said, Maggie, when something happens, the first thing we think about is our black man's safety. The same thing we hope people think is my woman safe? How am I keeping her safe? Not just in, firearms and things like that, but am I creating a safe space for her to come to me and let me know when something's going on? Can she
Mhm.
speak to you? Is she able to be comfortable to share her feelings with you without feeling like, oh, here she go?
Mm. Mm.
So we're looking
Okay.
at protection in the sense of you can protect my emotions, you can protect my mind and my heart because we are fragile. Just like I believe sometimes black men are just as fragile because they hide pain that we can't even speak and understand, but we
Yep.
try our best too. So we are both, I think, at the same time trying to understand and share that we understand one another, but sometimes it's being weighed. One's heavier than the other. You just don't get it. When it's
Mhm.
not even that.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's a
Yeah.
mirror.
okay. I
Yep.
hear that. All right.
And
Because
when
I was talking to a guy the other day. He said that it was a group of them, a group of men talking, and they
Hmm.
were at the gym, and they said that they could not. They come there to talk to each other because they cannot talk to their women. Like
That's
it was certain
sad.
stuff they just can't talk to their women about because they did not feel like they were like they would be able to open up to them and be vulnerable with them the way they needed to be.
That's sad.
it
And
is
I'm like,
sad.
wow. All black men
Yeah, I want
and
my
all
man to
black
be able
men.
to come to me, and if we gotta ride, we gotta ride. Whatever we gotta do, I got your back 100%. Like you gotta know that I'm your safe place, and I should be your only safe place if I'm your woman. You know what I'm saying? So,
But I think the problem is that there are things that black men want to say that they don't feel comfortable saying to their black women because they feel they're going to be judged or it's not going to be accepted
Or
because they
consider we.
might not agree with it
yeah.
and they just can't be themselves.
That's because of their
Mm.
mamas.
I
Well,
mean, I think
then
we've
we need
all
to,
been there. Definitely. I
yeah.
speaking from the black man community, I've definitely been there where I didn't feel open or being able to be honest because a lot of times it was like an attack. I feel like a lot of times when
Mm,
men do say their feelings, women take it as an attack instead of listening, right?
mhm.
It's being defensive. It's like, no, I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. It's not even I'm trying to attack you. I'm just trying to tell you so we can talk about it and get through it. And then a lot of times women don't want to hear it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It happens a lot with the mother-son relationship. It's hard for a son, even a daughter with the mom. But just that woman dynamic, you can't really be openly honest with your mom. If like I say it all the time, if we at Thanksgiving and Big Mama makes some food that's nasty, ain't nobody about to tell her. Ain't nobody gonna say a word. Y'all just gonna sit there and just like, y'all better
Move
not.
it
Poke at it, play with it.
Mm.
It's
like,
good,
girl,
yeah.
you
Mhm. I Am Woke podcast says, women, I love y'all, but not all women are safe spaces at all. And no, y'all don't understand us, and that's okay. But if you are willing to learn, that would be a game changer. I think that is very true, and
That's
it
true.
lends to what I said earlier as well when he asked, "What is it that men don't understand about us?" I believe it's the same exact thing,
Yeah.
but it's a team effort. Like we got to figure out how to, and this goes for just friendships too. We have to figure out how to have conversations without being so defensive about
Yeah.
something that is really trying to grow us. But we haven't been raised in an area to where we can. Oops, sorry, Drena. Where we can disagree or be told something about ourselves in a way that I don't want to say it's negative, but we don't agree with, and it be a
criticize.
nice thing. Because
We're
normally
not.
when somebody's telling us something that we don't agree with, it's an argument.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Constructive criticism.
Right.
Yeah.
But nobody knows how to accept constructive criticism because all you hear
Yeah.
is criticism.
Yeah.
And you automatically go on the defense. So I don't know how to fix that. Shit, I don't got all the goddamn answers. But
I,
We can figure it out one day. I think it's just
uh,
being a listening ear.
Right. You got to be able to talk. You got to be. So, what was game changer for me and helped me out was that if you come to me and you have an issue, complaint, a gripe that you want to talk about, I take it as okay, this person loves me. This person is not trying to hurt me, right? And
mhm,
so
hmm
I'm going to hear you out. I'm going to listen. I'm not going, well, but no, because it's not about me right now. You coming to
Yeah.
me and you're telling me how you feel about something. So I'm going to listen. But I need that same thing, on the other end, right? Vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm not going to intentionally try to hurt your feelings. This is something I'm coming to you because I want to improve our relationship. So I want us to talk it out. And I think if we have those type of communication conversations, up front, I think that helps. That's why I say I feel like a lot of times we just move where it's like, so what y'all doing? You know how people act, so what y'all doing? I don't know. What you mean you don't know? Like you should
mhm,
know. You should know what you guys are doing. Whether it is like, no, we just dating, we just having fun. Cool. Or you know what? We dating to see where this thing goes. We you know, shooting for something more, cool.
Yeah.
But you should definitely know the situation you're in, where it's
mhm.
going. But we typically don't know. In our
Okay.
community, it's that's one of those things. And that's one thing that I definitely see in other communities, like they know. They
Mhm.
know what they doing. Yeah, we just having fun. Or no. I can definitely see a future with him, and that's the direction that we going.
I think that's why a lot of black women are traumatized because they're thinking they're in a relationship and they're not. They've never even
Yeah.
had the conversation with the guy, but because they're sleeping with him, they think they're in a relationship. Ain't
And
nobody asked no questions or nothing.
Better have that
right.
conversation before you sleep with him. Especially if that's something you women, if women know that's what they want, you better have that conversation before you sleep with them, because if you sleep with them, you ain't got no power in the
No
say so
leverage.
no more. None.
Mhm.
It's over with.
I
So
think
have
a
that
good
conversation before. Go ahead.
I think a good example of that is like I haven't seen it recently, but like the whole why you being weird to me thing. You'll be like, or it'll be
Yeah.
like, we went here, like we taking these trips. I talk to you this many times a day. I see you this many times a week, and now you saying we don't go together. And it's like, we don't go together. What? What we been doing? Oh, we ain't never say we was together. So I think that's a good example of that.
Men gonna always find a loophole now. They're gonna find a loophole.
We
Yep.
ain't never say that.
Like, you crazy, you tripping, you crazy. I don't even know why
Exactly.
she acting like this. You
That's
know why she
Try to
acting like
find
this.
out with all these flat tires.
out for me. That's why being weird, Steve.
We're gonna go to the title of the show, that topic. I'm gonna play this little video. And we're gonna try to answer some questions, child. I don't know, y'all. Let's see what the video talking about. Let's see.
If a man leads properly, I will submit. I really want to know, what does she mean? Properly isn't something that can be quantified. It's not something that's tangible. How can I know when I'm leading properly? It's really left up to that person's interpretation or standard of what proper leadership is. Because there's no actual metric of leadership, how is a man to know when he's leading properly? If you leave it that open and you leave it that subjective, it leaves room for you to move the goalposts. And then you're moving the goalposts, it leaves room for you to disrespect and then justify your disrespect by saying, I'm not leading properly. I just really want some clarification on what is proper leadership. Stay focused, Kings.
He said stay focused. So what does that mean? What?
When I first watched the video, and whenever I got to the end, he was like, that gives the person a chance to move the goalpost. I was like, who hurt him? Who is he dealing with? Because that's like a gaslighting type thing. But I asked some women around me I showed them the video. I asked them what their opinion was, and it all came down to like feeling safe, being able to like safe and secure, not just financially, but emotionally, like feel supported in that relationship. And those are the answers I had. Because whenever they kept saying safe, or like they want to feel secured, I was like, is it a financial thing? They're like, no, it's multiple things. It's just being able to feel like I can put my trust in this person, and they're going to make the best decisions for us as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that was like up to each person's discretion, though. I don't think that's a one, like a blanket answer. I don't think you can answer that.
Are they saying that? So are they saying that they are pursuing and vetting men who already have these qualities because they're already submissive? Because I don't believe you can put submission on and take it off.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're either submissive or you're not.
So
I'm not sure why you would be dating anybody who doesn't already have those qualities.
Yeah.
I want to answer that offline.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Jesus. Okay.
I would think that the meaning of properly leading would be that this man actually understands the meaning of being a woman being submissive to him by first him being submissive to God and knowing how a household is being led, and not just be like, oh, you're supposed to submit to me. But if you haven't submitted to God and you're not going to treat this house as the way it's supposed to be, then that's why I feel like they say properly. You have to know your place first to know that you're going to be able to, this woman will be submissive to me because she sees me being godlike and me doing what I'm supposed to do as in God, and I'll be able to lead her. And I feel like some men, nowadays it's just like, oh, you need to be submissive to me, but are you submissive to God? And this is how we're supposed to go. Because I can't submit to you if you haven't, you got to submit back to me as well. I think that's the disconnect. They think is just, oh, the woman's submissive to the man, but we have to be submissive to each other. So if that is a disconnect, then you're not doing it properly.
Yeah. Piggyback off what you said, I think for me, I feel like I'm a wife from the beginning. I know what I want. I know what I desire. And I am submissive. I cook, I clean, I cater, I rub your back, whatever the case may be. But for me, I feel like I need to know what's your vision and what's your purpose, because then I fall in line with what that looks like. When you're walking, I'm walking beside you. I'm not behind you because I'm not picking up dust. I'm picking and carrying up as I'm going with you. So in order for me to be submissive, I need to know. It's like an architect. He has his blueprint. Then I need to know how I'm going to decorate this blueprint. So once the house is constructed and you got the vision, then I come in with the decorations. I complement what you're doing. So that's my part of submission. And I feel the same way with a man. When you're coming to me saying, hey, babe, I need this, and this is what I'm trying to do. So then I have to put my prayer cap on, go into meditation. Okay, what we doing? Where do you need me? And how can I help you fulfill that goal? But in just any type of anybody, I can't do that with just anybody, because if it doesn't align with me, then there's no way I'm going to do it. Some people are asking for something that I know I can't give. So you're not the one for me. So submission comes with compatibility and all of the extraness that goes with finding that value in that relationship.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of the women who have a problem with the word submission and the definition behind it, and they've never really dated a man worthy of submission. So I think that's where this disconnect comes from. And I also believe that a lot of men who keep pushing for submission aren't worthy of submission. So that's why it keeps being this battle between these two types of people
Yeah.
out here in this universe. But it's like these things come naturally if you are vetting your partner properly. You don't even have to go through all of this fighting and fuss. Like this ain't even a topic of discussion in a relationship, because it just falls in place when you pick the right partner. But when you get folks up there hollering and screaming, I ain't submitting, because you ain't supposed to be with them.
But that also goes back to the representatives. People are putting on the facades to look like something that they're not.
Because I think we're asking the wrong questions when we're dating as well. When we're in the dating and talking stage, you sit there, what's your favorite color? When you go on a job interview, they don't ask you that. They be like, what are your qualifications for this?
Yeah.
And I think we'd be like, what do you like to, what's your favorite food? I don't give a damn. Are you allergic to this? Like, do you want a home? Do you want to travel? What are your qualifications to be?
That's it.
That's the problem. We're asking these little
superficial.
I don't even think we dating or asking questions. I think we just fucking our way in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, all right, good.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Especially the modern woman, these younger generation, a date. What? First of all, ain't nobody spending no money on nobody. They argue about that all day long.
They Netflix chilling.
And they use somebody else's password.
I had to change my shit. People must have gave it out. I had to change this.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that whole submission thing is crazy. How folks just be fighting tooth and nail about that thing. I'm like, why? I don't even know why this is a discussion. Like, y'all crazy. It just ain't no.
I think too, a lot of people are still conflicted with this whole modernized lifestyle and then wanting to go back to tradition. They trying to straddle the fence when you either you pick one or the other. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to tradition, you gotta be realistic. You want to be a stay-at-home wife and raise kids, but then you want him to pay all the bills. The way the economy set up now, ain't gonna be no one person paying all the bills. We all struggling.
Them kids gotta get jobs.
Yeah, Juan said $40. Juan, you so damn petty.
$40.
Yeah, and then if we want to talk about traditional, like, come on, women, traditional. Ain't nobody no virgin. Shut it up. Ain't nobody paying no dowry or nothing. Cut it out.
Yeah.
And your daddy not paying for you, and y'all paying for your own stuff.
Don't even know your daddy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shots fired.
They need to cut it out. Like, No, it's just like them with this Bible. They want to pull out what they want to pull out and make it fit what they want it to fit.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
no. You want to talk traditional? Okay, come on. Let's write this thing down. You ain't gonna want this.
We
Stay
and
your modern ass over there.
I would put all that, be like, oh, we're gonna sign this contract, and if you fail to do what you said you're gonna do, I don't give a damn about these vows because I need it in hard copy, and you're gonna sign this shit. And then see how many people want to get married then if they break those vows in this contract stating if you break this, you gotta give me da 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 whatever. They ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I think in Muslims, don't they do that? Muslim religion, like if they pay the dowry or whatever they pay to get the bride, if it doesn't work, if she wants to get out of the marriage, she got to pay that back.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's tax time. The
Keep my
prices
money
went
back.
up.
A lot of dating going on. Hey, look, we're gonna be high commodity because we have kids. Dudes want to date women during tax season with these kids so you can get them dependents.
That's why I'm telling Juan the
I'm
price
okay,
going
I
up.
owe
Juan, it's tax time. I heard the price went up.
Look, that's a mess, child. So how about this next topic? Adrian wants to know, why do women cheat?
Because we ain't being perfect.
All right, let me hold up. Let me help set this up, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if y'all seen this show. It's on one of them, Oprah on, and I think it's called Single Ladies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they just had an episode, and it was why do women cheat? And it's a whole 60 minutes of women breaking down a whole story of why they cheated on their husband, right? And I'm sitting here just like thinking, like, men could not sit here and do the same thing without getting dragged. So I wanted to ask, why do women cheat?
We don't.
All these women were they all married?
She ain't like that setup. When she heard that setup, she said, "You know what? I'm not doing it today."
Adrian, so were they all married women or just in relationships or what?
So they were either married or with the guy, or in an extremely deep relationship. They didn't had a child. On the verge of getting married. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, we were all married
I feel
at the
like
time.
women that are in relationships are married. The majority of the time, if they cheat, they've been mentally checked out of that relationship for quite some time. I mean, of course, that's not every instant. Like you got some people who just trash ass people, but I think if for a woman to cheat, she been out of it a while now.
Well, then why don't she just leave? Let me shut up. I want to listen.
Well, probably because, like you said, they've probably been in a situation. They've probably been in a situation for quite some time, or they have children. And it's kind of maybe like an escape type thing. There aren't any responsibilities, or like maybe it's some type of excitement outside of whatever she has going on. I don't think for women it's a physical thing. Like they don't see a man and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna cheat with him." Yeah, it's something like he's given something to her that her spouse is not emotionally pouring into her in some way.
And that's all.
This some bullshit. I just want y'all to know that.
But we have the same reaction when y'all say why y'all cheat too, though.
Most dudes be. What you mean? A lot of guys be like, what they say, the dumb ain't no booty like new booty. It's not even an excuse. It's ain't no booty like new booty. It's
But we have the same reaction. That's dumb.
But I'm not saying it's right.
But what y'all doing is putting it on the man. Y'all not fulfilled. Y'all not.
But men do the same thing. But men do the same thing.
No, men be cheating because they want some more.
We are emotional creatures. Everything that we do is wired within us. We feel with every part of us. So if we're telling you something and you're not hearing us, you're not listening to us, it is something that we are doing that we are screaming for from you, and we're not getting it. And it ain't no just one or two times. This is something that's over and over and over. We are begging you for something,
For years.
and you're not giving it to us. Most of the time, women may just leave. I'm not going to speak to everybody, but when I was, he might be listening. When I was married, I was really young though. I was 19, so I never told. He keep asking me. I never told him the truth. But I cheated when I was 19. But I mean, I was 19, but since then, if I was ever in a relationship and I felt unfulfilled, I just left. Like I left him alone. Because that's just me though. I don't want to share myself with two people. That's just nasty to me. In a committed relationship, I'm not cheating. And Adrian, you know, I've been down this road for a minute. You know, you done heard some things. I ain't went nowhere. I'm not cheating. I'm not gonna cheat. But some women, that's what they gonna do. And they make like what Courtney said earlier. It's certain things. If you were in a relationship and you married, you haven't done anything. Danica said it too. You haven't done anything to set yourself up for success. So you're stuck, and you don't have the finances to go anywhere. So the woman can't leave.
But
So
she also
go ride it out.
So
literally.
what's the story? Women cheat because of man. It's a man fault why women cheat. Okay.
No, women cheat because they're unfulfilled.
Yeah, we're
Right.
not saying.
So it's the man's fault. Okay. All right.
She could be unfulfilled in all kinds of ways.
The man's fault. Okay.
Look,
She could have had all these babies, and now she don't feel sexy no more. She could be unfulfilled because she don't have the career she wanted, because she, stuck in the house raising kids. The husband is gone, so she there by herself. She lonely. It don't necessarily have to be the man specifically. It could be the residuals of being married, but
or could just within her that
she's unsatisfied with herself.
It's funny because I'm gonna be real transparent with y'all. I think it's funny now. Like I said, y'all, it's gonna be hard to believe, but like I said, recently divorced. I was married for 5 years, no sex the entire marriage.
Huh?
And yeah.
Oh, so you ain't even got to tell us.
I'm calling 911.
All right, we already know what the business is.
Okay.
Say less.
And I never cheat. And I never cheated.
Stop the cap.
I never cheated.
Stop the cap.
I promise you, I never cheated.
Stop
I
the
have
cap.
I have a conscience. I go to sleep at night peacefully. I go to sleep at night peacefully, knowing I did right. I might have been unhappy.
I'm gonna pray for you.
I might have been unhappy, but no, I never cheated. Now I could have. People tried. There was room, but I tell myself this: how can I look at somebody else and act like I desired them, go home and try to cover up something? I'm not going to be sitting up here tossing in my skin trying to figure out how to cover up something for this one and keep this one quiet. I can't do that.
This motherfucker said, we don't blame you. We need more people. So that
no, he said we don't believe you. No, I've never cheated.
People, we need
more. No,
I think
I've never cheated.
Than me.
I almost crying for you right now.
I never cheated. No, I promise you, I never cheated.
Was
Never.
there sex before?
No, we never had sex.
Oh,
why?
Wait, ever?
Never. I was miserable. I'm in therapy, people. It's that bad.
Well, we definitely respect that she being faithful to us. So we're just trying to figure out why.
I'm gonna tell you, the reason why I'm in therapy is the mental, emotional, verbal abuse. When someone tears you down so much, you don't realize how bad you are in a situation before you realize, damn, I gotta go. Yeah. I can't do this. And I had to wake up the day he disrespected my daughter. But other than that, and it's not his child. But no, I never cheated. I thought there was going to be opportunities. I was hoping, I was praying, looking for all the options and what can we do? No.
Yeah.
So all of this was happening before you got married or after you got married?
After I got married. Before I got married, you wooed me. You was like, oh, you don't have to do all of this. I'm gonna treat you right. You know, when a person wants to present a healthy type, they knew. What I found out after I got married was, hey, you know, I've been watching you. So you knew me. You knew who my ex was. Like this person vetted me without me knowing. Like you knew a lot about me to manipulate me into a situation. I had no clue. I had no clue. It may be hard to believe, but I'm telling you, I'm in therapy for this mess. I got PTSD from this. Yes.
Y'all
And
wasn't
so if
busting?
you're mentally or
Ever?
Oh,
I still can't get past that.
I
Ever?
mean, but women go longer without longer without sex. And it's
I ain't never.
sometimes by choice. But my thing is if you've been through a trauma or something along those lines, your sex drive is cut off. And even sometimes after having kids, you don't want to have sex. And that's another thing that could have played a part in it. Like you didn't want to have with the person
No,
because you didn't feel love.
I wanted sex, but I didn't realize like there was certain things that he did that just did not work, and it just was like this ain't. I don't know what we gonna do, bro. So
I
yeah,
ain't,
he accused me of cheating, but no, I never did.
I ain't
But
never
come to
done.
find out, he had female friends, so whoever they was doing stuff, but no, no.
James. Wow.
So when you got a deep sense of self, it's just my conscience wouldn't let me cheat.
Mm.
No matter how
Father,
shitty the person is, yeah.
listen, I don't know, Lord. We gonna have to tussle about that.
But toys.
Listen.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 that's
He
a
Anywho,
good.
probably sick now, but it's okay. I'm good.
I
Mm,
ain't
mm,
never
mm,
trying to find out what that like.
mm.
Oh, I got a special somebody. We good.
I know that's right.
No,
Look,
I'm
I
talking
made
about
up
like,
for it.
hold up. So you said for 5 years?
Hmm.
I'm devastated.
I'm
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll be on my calendar every month, like, hurry up. 5 years? Man, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The
Sorry.
facial expressions are priceless. I get it all the time. Yeah.
Everybody like, everybody really trying to like digest this right now. Like,
I mean, I could
Yeah.
go without sex by choice for the I went by choice, but when
The
I'm
initial the initial part was the initial part was trying to figure out how. Then I figured out well this shit ain't gonna happen. Then when you start going through the abusive part, you forget.
you're just trying to make it through
Then
the
was
day, yeah.
so how long
yeah,
did y'all date before y'all got married?
almost a year and a half.
Oh, so 6.5 years. Okay. Jesus.
Yeah.
I need a fix every couple of months. God
And you know
damn.
what?
Mhm.
Good
I'm
child.
so glad I'm single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord, I don't.
But you want to know something crazy? I dated somebody like off and on for 10 years, and I can literally count on both hands how many times I slept with that man. And when we were
Mm.
together, I on him. And it was always on his terms. And it was like when I was thinking back, I was like, damn, I should have sometimes you'd be like, damn, I should have cheated when you find out
Each
that they were out
other.
there living.
Yeah.
Wasted your good year.
It's really about self control. It's about self control.
I have zero.
So Adrian, the women on the show were their answers similar to ours?
Yeah, y'all blame men. That's the same thing that typically what women do. They blame men. They blame men for the reason why they cheat,
But
just like our
but
women
when
do.
men, but Adrian, just like you
Mm-mm.
said that when men cheat, they
They
blame
blame the
women.
woman.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
Cause they
do.
do.
they they
You
they
know,
ain't
Yes,
getting
they
enough
do.
sex.
the
I ain't getting
children.
enough sex. I need more
Okay,
sex.
so
Okay,
that's
so who's
Where
fault?
blaming
y'all
Ain't
getting
women.
no
sex
ain't no
from?
booty
They ain't
better
getting
than new
enough
booty.
sex.
They dudes be saying
Yeah.
stuff like that. They don't typically say, "Oh well, uh, we went through this whole relationship, and you know." She just didn't treat me right, so I just had to go find me another woman. They just go find another woman.
That's
They
a lot
already
of.
find it. You could be doing everything and they find them another woman and they know it.
Oh God.
These people in the
That's
car.
because men just to cheat anyway, so they don't need a reason. They just cheat.
Yeah.
If it's a hole, they putting their penis in it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, something that I was missing in the relationship. It was his fault. You forced me to cheat. You pushed me to cheat. Oh, woe is
Men
me.
say all the same things.
But
No,
Men say
but
all the
no,
same
if
things.
no.
you
Men say that because they're trying to manipulate you.
That's
That's the
it.
reason why men do it.
So
But men don't believe that in they whole self, in their mind. Like y'all really
it's
believe in what y'all saying. Men don't. They just trying to say that to
no,
yeah.
y'all just don't want to. Once again, y'all want us to think like y'all.
And then
We
men
don't
don't want
think
to
that
lose you.
way.
Men
But
typically
we
don't want
don't
to
think
lose the
that way.
woman,
Our
so
reasoning for
they
cheating
talking.
is actually those reasons. That's how we
don't act,
logically think through
don't act
cheating.
closer
Unless
to.
now, I will put a caveat behind that. Unless you married a hoe, that's a whole different ballgame because
Yeah.
they can cheat, they can sleep with people like men do and don't have no attachments.
Well, he knew he married a hoe when he married her.
Right.
That's
So
your
that's a
fault.
whole different type of cheating. They don't cheat the same way a woman who don't have a whole bunch who
You
didn't have a
knew
whole bunch of sex partners cheat.
before you married her.
Hey man,
Hmm.
I'm just saying. Hey man. It's
You
so
know,
y'all saying it's hard out here, huh? Okay.
you
If
just
men really told women why they cheat, the woman would turn violent or be crushed. They cheat because most men that cheat are they just like what did you just say earlier? Like they like new coochie.
Hmm.
If
And I
you put
think
a man in a room with a woman he ain't never slept with and she willing to give him coochie, he's going to sleep with her. A man that lacks self-control and
in
ain't
a
got nothing to
warm
lose. He's gonna do
it
it.
happened. It happened every time in the green room on Maury. Every time they set him up, they all fell for it.
Ron, we know you was a whore, Ron. You have the children. But like men don't have to have a reason to sleep with a new woman. She just knew.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think women get more violent because we actually give a shit that you cheated. When a woman cheats on a man and he don't care and he find out and he doesn't go irate like crazy because he didn't care because he was fucking somebody else on his own. But I think
Opportunity.
violent
That's
because
not
my
true.
No, he's still gonna go out with his ego. It's ego.
yeah well
Yeah, it's more or less
with
ego. He's not gonna give you the satisfaction of knowing that he cared and that you hurt. He gonna cry in the car.
let me
He
tell
gonna
you
cry in the car,
no
This is
but
true.
I
but
think
he
when
just not gonna
we
cry in front of you.
about it,
Okay,
we
Sam. So tell us the truth, mean the truth behind why men cheat. Because it
I want
ain't
to
that
know.
goddamn philosophical.
I think men cheat just out of selfishness
Mm-hmm.
and opportunity.
And please don't give me no animalistic standards about why they are like fucking lions and shit in the jungle. And they were created like animals and they supposed to sow their wild oats. Please. I
somebody
can't
with
take
that
that
same
no more.
marry you a freak
Yeah.
if that's what you want. Marry
It was
somebody that's
created this way. If they was created that way, I'm quite sure God would have created women in a way to accept this shit.
and he
Hmm.
didn't. Because I ain't accepting shit. I'm gonna stab you.
And the reason is because it's a man's fault.
Hmm.
So give
So
us a reason why a
You gonna
cheating
man
wait
only
won't
till
happens
your
marry.
because
answer?
of a
Are you
man.
gonna answer? But if you're gonna come with the animalistic standard, I don't want to hear because we've all heard that a million times.
Here we go, bro. You done, hey, go on and answer. And if you gonna answer like that, you might as well say, you know what, I'm gonna keep it to myself. You might as well just say that.
We heard that.
So
We're like animals in the jungle, and we're supposed to have many women. And yeah, okay,
Well, then that's why we'll have our animal
we
instincts
all
where we
know that.
attack you.
See, you see what he said? And women get on his nerves. Did he just not blame women?
I get
You
that
have nothing.
comment off of here. Get that comment off of
Ah.
here. Get that comment off of here.
I say opportunity. If you put him in a room and his pussy in there, he gonna take it.
Yeah.
Opportunity will always, if it presents itself, they're gonna take it. Unless he just lacks, I mean, if he lacks discipline. Some men
Well,
actually value themselves
if
in
she
their
get on,
skin.
if
They
she
won't
get on
do
your,
it.
like, hold up, what you mean by get on your nerve? Because if she get on your nerve, like, why
You
you
shouldn't
with
be
her?
with her.
Like,
Right.
why you with her?
But can we also say this? Like when men cheat, y'all cheat carelessly. Y'all be putting it in any and everybody, and then half the time y'all don't even wrap this shit up to even give a shit that y'all might bring something back home. At least when a woman cheat, we making sure we being safe. We ain't bringing no babies. I'm not saying
I
all
don't know
women.
now. I don't know now. I be watching
Do
paternity
y'all
court.
watch
I watch
court
paternity court.
TV
Them
and
hoes
Maury?
be lying. They be lying.
Lying.
I'm
What this baby the whole time? Got 3 niggas in here. Ain't none of them the daddy. Ain't no way.
I don't know how
He
folks
said,
do
so
it.
men don't cheat because women nag. Nagging make you cheat. God, y'all some sensitive
what did I
ass
just
sassy.
say? It's not nagging, damn. If you can't take that shit, then you don't deserve no vagina. Go sit down somewhere. Shit.
First of all, I'm too old to nag. I ain't got time. Go and do. I don't care what you do. Leave me alone. Don't come bothering me. How about that?
Oh,
Don't get on my nerves.
because you don't care. You don't want to be bothered with him. So I had to cheat because she didn't want to be bothered with me.
It's peaceful over here. No. If you're gonna cheat, I'll find out when I need to find out, and I'll act accordingly. But don't come over here with that mess. Don't come over here with the mess. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. I don't care what you do. I really don't. I don't care. Ain't nobody gonna stop my money. All my bills gonna be paid, and I got options.
Oh, that one.
That's it.
So
I need some options.
ain't got time. Cause you know what you're gonna lose if I find out. So hey, you gonna be the one crying in the car, not me.
He's so
Next.
mad.
I think too, people need to just value what they have. If it's not something
Mm.
that you're really serious about, then why are you even there? You're wasting time and space and energy.
Why is that so hard to even
Because
wrap their heads around? There
I
you
mean,
go.
it
That's
makes
the
sense.
comment right there. That is the comment.
thank you, Rob. He don't like
Men
this.
cheat because of lack of maturity.
I like that.
I think that could be for both men and women.
Ooh, look at
Sam,
you taking some responsibility for women for once.
Sam, you in your
Get a hand
feelings.
clap for
For
that, coach.
what?
Hold on. Sam, you in your feelings. That's just how I talk. Calm, pipe down. It's okay. Don't get upset. It's okay. You want to put your comment back up? You want to talk about it again? Don't get mad. He got mad about this one. We talked about the dad. It's okay.
That's not a good enough excuse.
It ain't, because that's like saying, "Oh, I shot them because they were nagging me." Okay, bye.
She told me to put I dropped my laundry next to the hamper instead of in the hamper so I wouldn't cheat it.
I didn't eat my vegetables.
She didn't make me breakfast this morning, so I cheated.
So if a woman is nagging, why is she nagging? What's she nagging about? What is she saying? What's happening?
Come on, say.
What's the root cause of this thing? Can we get to that instead of going to cheat?
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to say, "Oh, it's a man's fault again."
Let me leave Sam alone. He a different kind. I ain't gonna mess with him no more. I only mess with Daniel like that. Let me leave Sam alone. So I guess I can't have a competent conversation. Not competent over here. Sorry, y'all. Forgive me for not being competent. Sorry.
Man, let's get back to your 5 years though.
I'm so sorry.
Yo, ass, unicorn, leave her alone.
I'm okay with it.
You're bringing it back up. She done. Let it go.
Right.
Oh, I'm good. Talk about it. I'm not embarrassed at all.
Leave her alone.
I think what makes me comfortable with it, I'm okay with it because even my daughter, she wanted siblings.
Oh
My
wow.
daughter wanted siblings, and when I told her you're not getting any, she was like, "Wait, what? What?" I mean, me and my daughter keep it 100. She's 14, so when I told her, she was like, "You're not getting any siblings."
Did he have any kids?
Nope.
That you know of?
So do he like men?
So okay,
Ooh, that's a good.
ooh.
Yeah,
Did
that's
it
ooh.
work? Was he older?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
yeah, I need to know.
Did it
Does
work?
he like men?
No. Okay, it
Oh,
didn't work, y'all.
Did,
It
it,
didn't
did he
work.
like me?
Yeah.
That was always the question. My mama asked me if I was his beard.
You
Yeah,
might
I
have been.
have been.
To not even one time.
Never.
He didn't even touch it. Like, how do
The
you
women,
listen, y'all?
the lady,
How do
the
you lay
lady
next
friends
to
he
somebody?
had, the lady friends he had, were they born ladies?
oh my god. Oh my god. What in
Well,
the world?
but I'm just saying,
Should have
how
made
do you lay
children
next?
for this show.
You're a beautiful woman. How do you lay next to somebody and then you don't want to even touch it? You're not nothing. Like I would have raped him if I married you. You giving me what the hell?
Come
Touch
on,
it.
Rob. Come on, Rob. Rob, a grown ass man.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Still
Well,
trying to figure out.
that was the last topic for tonight, you guys. Do you guys have anything going on for the week that you would like to let the folks know about? You can tell us now. If you want to shout out your podcast, what channels they come on, let the people know. Everybody, go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Present. I'm on every Sunday. I am Woe podcast, and then you can also my counterparts that are on there. They are on Wednesday with US. I can't even remember it. It's on Wednesday
Underground
night.
Sports
Underground Sports King.
King.
And
Yeah.
yeah, because it's letters. It's too many letters. And also my son, I back in football mom mode. So we about to be traveling for 7-on-7 with Hitmen. They're on what is it? Instagram too. Check us out. Support them if we come around y'all towns or whatever. Then yeah, and just trying to help support family out there. My god brother, he's dropping music, Trey D. And so just look him up on Instagram too, also. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Rob out here cutting up in these comments, y'all.
That's one of his coaches.
Oh, Rob, you a hot mess.
he one of your son coaches, huh?
Mm,
But not
What up, Rob? What's the
I had
deal?
with all the coaches, and no, not doing nothing with nail one of them.
Rob sound like he a good catch. You might want to,
He already caught. He's already
Oh
caught.
damn!
He already.
See? All the good was always taken. Damn. What you got?
He got a whole
Well, like I said, I recently launched a podcast and I literally just had my first ladies roundtable discussion this past weekend. And so we're touching on female topics. And then now I have a males roundtable discussion coming up with my fellas. So those will be featured on the podcast as well as my YouTube channel, which will be launching at the end of the month. But other than that, getting ready for bodybuilding competitions in April and May. So trying to get that pro card. So grinding hard in the gym right now. So other than that, you can find my podcast on Spotify, Apple, you name it. There's a link tree on my podcast Instagram page, The Really Real Podcast with Miss Dove. Other than that, just keeping it real.
Hey, what you got, Dreen?
I'm still securing bride. Well, I'm not gonna just say brides, couples that are getting married. I'm up to 4 so far. So my goal is 10 for the year. And planning for my mom's 60th birthday party. That's what I got going on.
Okay.
60th.
Mr. Adrian
That's a
Taylor.
big one. So yeah,
Awesome.
did a financial seminar this past weekend that went very well. Yeah, man, we trying to get everybody to get their money up, man. Get your money up, start investing. We got to get it, especially in our community. We still be scared to buy insurance policies. Come on now, we got to stop that. But so yeah, so we planning the next one for next month as well. Not sure the date. It'll either be the second or third week in February. But yeah, so working on that. You already know, doing training, steady training people. Got to get these people right, get their careers right, get them to that next level. So training, coaching. If y'all need somebody, you already know, holla at your boy. And that's about it, man.
All right, all right. Well,
Dee Dee, what you got?
yesterday I launched my Biggest Loser competition. So shout out to the ladies that joined. We're gonna see who's gonna be the biggest loser. Whoever has the biggest transformation, they win the cash prize. First place is $500. Second is $350. Third is $150. So check them out. February 23rd, 30-day challenge, and I'm rooting for them. Saturday, I'm gonna have my abs and ass boot camp, virtual boot camp. So if you want to join, the link is in my description all over Facebook. It's in my bio on my link tree on Instagram. So come and join, do a virtual boot camp with me. Got my DJ Double D who's gonna be there. We always have fun. We dance, we laugh. I twerk. They laugh at me, but we always have fun. I'll do a cash giveaway during the boot camp as well. So you get your little workout in, get your little money, and go on about your business. And it's Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else we got? February 2nd, my artist Money Train will be dropping his next single called Ride the Train. If you have not done the Ride the Train challenge on TikTok, check it out. It has gone viral. I believe he has over like 150,000 views, duets, all that stuff. Folks is out there cutting up, doing this daggone dance. It's hilarious. So y'all go check them out. We tried to get Genuine on the song, but apparently Genuine doesn't do features. So whatever. So we're gonna try to get on some shows with him and maybe get him to do a cameo in the video or something like that. So my movie that I'm in, Cold Case, will be coming out in a few weeks. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited. Y'all know your girl Bethany is in the movie. So that should be fun. And after watching these movies on Tubi, we should be I think that is about it that we have. If y'all want to come, I know we have the girl that we showed the first video in tonight that did the submission video. She's going to be on the podcast next week. We're going to try to get some men on next week as well. If y'all are men and y'all in the comments, y'all want to come on, have a discussion with some ladies and some other men, please let us know. You can text the number that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, or you could DM or inbox us on any of our platforms. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're live, and leave a comment and like the video so we can get these things moving here on YouTube, guys. We appreciate y'all in the comments. Even you, Sam, we love you. Please come back next week. We won't beat you up too bad. And we'll see y'all next week. Y'all be good.